What's up guys, I recently installed Paranoid Android 3.0 on my Nexus 4 and I wanted to show you some of the awesome options and customizable options you get on this ROM and just how much you can change. Now in terms of performance, I have noticed that my Nexus 4 is snappier. It is faster, so the ROM is making quite a lot of difference. Now I'm not going to go into performance heavily here, but I am going to make another video showing you benchmarks and some other stuff like that to talk about performance. But mainly in this video, I want to talk to you about the customizing options and just how much you can change. So let's get into it, guys. You can see I've changed my wallpaper here. I've got the, this is, if I hold the button down, it comes with its own Paranoid Android wallpapers. You can click here and you've got loads of different wallpapers you can go through, loads of different ones. And if you set, for example, this one, you get to choose the color you want. And I picked a red one because I liked red. Now, there's so many options. If I pull this down, you'll already notice that I've added a few toggles and taken some away. So you can actually customize the toggles you get. And something that I really like is they've made it one click to toggle the actual button, which is how I like it, and a hold to actually get to the settings, which is different to how stock Android or stock 4.2.2 does it. And I much prefer that. I also added the torch here, so that's fully customizable. You'll also notice if I go into settings, I've got the kind of tablet mode in the settings, which is, I really like this. This is awesome. So I can go to, like, I don't know, battery, and you can see the battery graph on the right here, and you've still got your options here. Really nice. Now you don't have to have it like this, and that's the beauty. You can pretty much have any app the way you want it. You can make the text smaller or larger. There's so many different options, guys. It's just unbelievable. And let me start from the beginning and actually get into these. So if I hit up settings, you'll see in the customization here, you've got themes, lock screen, toolbars, and hybrid properties. Now, if I start off with themes, you can see you've got your theme chooser. I did actually install a theme called Bloomin', which is cool. You can just hit this. It says theme error, but I hit apply anyway, and it does actually change the theme. And if I just show you here quickly, you should notice that everything's pretty much changed. You've got different toggles, different animation, different buttons here, not animations, sorry, and the settings are also different as well. I really like that. The theme chooser is awesome. There's loads of different themes you can get. You know, it's not just this one. I'm just going to put it back to the stock for now, but that's nice in themes. Now let's check out lock screen. You can see here you've got a lot of lock screen options. Now the one they recently added, which I really like, is maximize lock screen widgets. Now this is great for stuff like dash clock, because if I quickly exit out here, lock my phone and exit, you can see that the this is the widget, and normally it won't be maximized. It'll be like this, and that's how it'll turn up. But when you because I've got that thing ticked, it maximizes it, and I can see the whole widget on the screen, and I have to click to unlock. I really like that feature. I think it's awesome. And yeah, I much prefer that. Now, there's some other stuff you can do in the lock screen, I'm sure. See-through stuff, allow rotation, home screen widgets. You know, you can use the volume rocker as music controls, or you can use a volume rocker to wake your stuff, wake up your phone, wake up your stuff. So if we hit up toolbars next, guys, you can see what we can do for the status bar and stuff like that. You can see you can turn off the show clock, you can change the AM PM style, and this is also where you would go if you wanted to change your tiles in the tiles for that. So you see custom tiles, you can click that, you can see tiles and layout, and you can move around your stuff. So if you want settings to be over here, you can quickly move it over there and stuff like that. You can also add here. So here's all the options you've got. You can have a 2G, 3G thing. You can have mobile data, GPS, go to sleep, brightness, Bluetooth, all that cool stuff, NFC, user switchers. You can have all of that in your tiles if you want them. So that's kind of nice. And there's some other stuff here like sound modes. You can see if you click sounds as a tile, you can change the modes that are toggled. So that's kind of nice. And yeah, that's what you can do with the toolbars there. Now, let's move on to hybrid settings. Now, this is the main bit of the whole Paranoid Android ecosystem kind of thing. You know, this is how it all works. And there are a hell of a lot of options. Now, I want to start with these. You can see here, stock UI, phablet UI, tablet, and you can basically change the layout of your phone. So I'm using the stock UI, which is pretty much the standard for a Nexus 4. You know, you've got your settings. You can change it to phablet. If we do that quickly, I'll hit apply. You should notice some changes. You can already see the icons at the bottom are now smaller, And it's basically like a Nexus 7 now. So if I pull down from the right, you'll see the toggles. If I pull down from the left, you'll see the notifications. So that's kind of cool. It's kind of nice. Loads of different things for people that want to change it up. So you can do that. If we go back into it, you can also change it to tablet UI. We'll click tablet and hit apply. Now we're going to get the navigation buttons down here and also the clock and all that stuff there. And you can flip to your toggles. So, you know, a lot of people use the tablet UI because they actually really like it. I actually just prefer the stock look, so I'm just going to go ahead and hit the stock and let it change again. And that's what I prefer. So let's have a look at what else you can do here. Now, you can see at the top here, PA colors. Now, this is cool. I really like it. I haven't applied it yet, but basically this just gives you a few defaults for changing colors in certain apps of for your navigation bar down here and your status bar and just the overall app. And if I show you exactly what I mean, I'll hit apply here. And there we go, it's now applied. So now those colors are applied, guys. If I go into, say, Facebook, you'll notice that the navigation bar and the status bar have changed to a blue. So you can actually have per app colors, which is awesome. If we go into, for example, another one, open up YouTube here, and you can see we've got red color buttons, and the icons and the Wi-Fi icons and stuff like that are also red. And there are a few different ones. If we go, I don't think Dropbox is one, but here's a good example of how you can change them. So you can put this into the taskbar, hold it, hit up hybrid properties here, and you can change everything you want now in this app. You can change the DPI, which will change the kind of, you know, how big the writing appears. If you put this down to, say, for example, 255, hit apply, it says it needs to force close it. We'll launch it, and you should notice now that, yeah, it's smaller. You can see the text is smaller. So you can change that. So you can do that with any app you want. And if you swipe, you can see you can change, and this is how it actually looks. This is the layout of the app. Now, I don't think Dropbox has a tablet layout, but if it did, you could hit 720p and it would show you the tablet layout on your phone. Now, what we wanted to do is change the color. So if we hit up the navigation bar color here, Dropbox is bluey, so we want it to be blue. We'll hit up this blue here, select new color, so you can see it's bluey, purpley there. Status bar color will also make bluey, so don't know, like that. Hit up new color, hit apply, says it needs to force close, launch, and you can now see that when we launch Dropbox, it's changing our colors to blue, and it's really, really nice. You get used to it and you can change anything. And I just love the fact that you can change any properties by just putting it in the task menu, holding down and going to hybrid properties, and it'll just take you straight into that app. Now, and that's basically the same for the settings. So you can see the settings here. This is how we've got this kind of dual panel tablet mode, because if we go to hybrid properties, you can see the size of it is 245, so that's why the writing's a little bit smaller. And if you go to layout, you can see it's 720p. Now you could just change this back to 360, hit apply, and if I launch now, we just have the standard settings. Obviously it's smaller because I didn't change it, but I really do prefer the dual panel mode. So I'm just going to change that back to 720, hit apply, launch, and now we've got the dual panel mode. So that's awesome. You get so many different options with that, guys. I really, really enjoy messing around with it. If we go back into the hybrid options here, hybrid, you can, there's a lot of other things you can change. And let me show you. If I hit up interface here, you can see you've got your workspace. This is the actual kind of, you know, navigation bar and status bar as normal. So if you put this DPI down, you'll actually make these smaller. And you can see navbar. So navbar is currently at 100%. If I move that, actually first, I won't show you that first. What I'll show you is something kind of cool. Whoops, I was going to go into hybrid settings. If we go to hybrid settings here, guys, you can go to apps. You can go to, for example, pick launcher. And if we go to navigation bar color on the launcher, we can change the color to transparent here, hit apply. You can see it has to force close. We'll go back to the main screen. And what you'll notice now, well, it's kind of hard to notice that here, but we have a transparent bar. And if I put a live wallpaper or something more colorful, that didn't do exactly what I wanted to do. Yeah, we'll apply this. And you can see there it's transparent through, and you can see the wallpaper through it. It's a really nice touch. I really like having a transparent navigation bar there, and you can also change the transparency of the top one as well. So that's really nice, and it doesn't do it when you're in the settings. You can see it goes back to black, otherwise it would be a bit annoying. But transparent is really nice. Now, the other option I was going to show you before I wanted to show you that was, if I go back into interface, if you don't want the nav bar, you can just put this down to 0, hit apply, and the nav bar is now gone. Now, how do you control it? How do you navigate around? Well, as soon as you put the nav bar to 0, it automatically enables the pie feature, which is awesome. And you can see it has to reload there. And it's really, really nice. You can navigate around. If you change the color of an app, for example, you can actually make it change the color of the pie as well. So you can see if I go into YouTube, it's changed it to red. If I go into Facebook, it should change it to slightly blue. I don't know how well you can see that, but it is slightly blue, and on normal it's just black and white. So that's really cool there. There is loads of different features with Pi. There's loads of different options. If you go into the toolbars, you can change all the Pi style, trigger area, Pi gravity, Pi size. You can make it come in from the top, bottom, or left. And you can actually do that. I think you can do it, yeah, by holding it and putting it up, and you can put it there. And now it'll be there when there we go. Pi comes in from the right. So how nice is that? So like I said, there's loads of different options on this ROM, maybe too many. Sometimes it's a bit daunting to change it all, but no, it is really nice. I'm going to put my nav bar back on there because I like it. Now, if you want a full mode, a full expanded mode, you can hold the power button here, and you can see you've got some nice options like reboot screenshot, and you can hit expanded desktop. If we hit that, we lose the status bar, we lose the nav bar. How do we navigate? Well, it automatically opens up Pi, which I think I put here now. And you can see it's a lot bigger. This Pi is completely different. We have our notifications here, all the other stuff here. And if you go over to this side and hold it, you get your toggles. If you go over to this side and hold it, you get your notifications. So that is a really nice feature. You can change how slow and how quick it appears. You can see that one's quite slow. If you dive into the settings, you can actually do that. I don't really use that. I use it like this because I prefer it. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much most of the stuff you can do here. I'm sure I've missed some stuff. You can go to tools, you can back up your preferences, all the good stuff like that. If I show you some more app stuff, because I think that's the best thing, you can see that it already changed some of my stuff. You can see Gmail here has changed. So if we go into the Gmail app, you can see it has the tablet style Gmail app. So you've got your messages here and your dual panel mode. I really like this for the Gmail app, and you can do this for any app you want. Like I said, you just hold it, hybrid properties, and you can change what the hell you want. You can change the colors, pretty much everything you want you can change on this ROM, and it is really, really nice. Another app, guys, I just wanted to show you that's changed its layout is the browser. This comes as default on Paranoid Android, the AOSP browser. If I click into it, you'll notice we have a tablet kind of UI here, and you can see the tabs at the top. This isn't how it would normally look, but it's really, really nice. You can see it just works a lot better. And you can do this exactly the same way. You could do it with Chrome, whatever you want. You just put it into there and go to hybrid settings, and you could change what the hell you want. So that's another great little app that is nice in layout changes. So that's basically the customization you can do, guys. I am going to be checking out the performance and running benchmarks, so keep in touch with my videos because I'll be doing that very soon. See you guys later.